Tech Cocktail Conversations, candid insights from startup founders, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders from around the globe.
Waze is a community of 40 million people that hate traffic. Our app allows people to report in real time, both passively and actively, what's going on around them in traffic. Our maps rewrite themselves in real time to allow people to avoid any incidents that are on the road ahead of them and show them the fastest way to get from point A to point B based on today's conditions, not just what's normally the right way to do it. So based on traffic jams, based on police, based on road closures, we update everything in real time to allow people to get from point A to point B as fast as possible. Our founder and CEO, the company is based in Tel Aviv, and our founder and CEO received a more traditional navigation device, realized that it was a dead document, that until he upgraded it once a year with the new maps, there was nothing real or vibrant about it. And so as a result, kind of said, hey, I can hack this, hacked it to his phone, and started adding in traffic stops, started adding in speed cameras, and from there got a cease and desist letter, was told, please don't do that to our navigation device, and said, fine, I'll build it myself. And that was where that started about 4 or 5 years ago, and we just crossed over 40 million users last week. So one of the things here in the US, as far as growing our user base that's been really successful, is we now power 26 local TV stations' traffic reports. So every morning, every evening, their traffic reports are actually powered by Waze. So they're creating a two-way conversation between people in traffic as well as people at the studio. And so that allows, basically, instead of calling into your local radio station saying, hey, there's an accident on 45 at the interchange, we can actually report that. Everyone's maps are updated in real time, and they're able to report that on the news. So that's been a really successful program for us. So one of the things that we think a lot about in creating buzz at South by or really anywhere is how do we deliver more value to the user? With Waze, admittedly we're 40 million users, but we have yet to really build all of the feature sets that make it easy for people to share that experience with everyone else. It is word of mouth. It's people saying, I was using Waze and you wouldn't believe it, they saved me 8 minutes today on my commute, or they navigated me around a large traffic incident. And same thing with Gowalla. We were allowing people to report and share stories about the places where they were and the things that they were seeing, and invite people to be a part of that experience. And so in doing that, it's a lot about what is the user's story that they're going to tell once they have had that interaction. There's a time and a place, I guess, for hype, but hype that's not backed up by an amazing product is just hype. Know why you hustle. When there's a lot of people that talk about how, hey, you have to work hard, you have to do this, you have to do that, and as a result, we're ending up with a lot of really stressed out people, but they're not really sure why they're stressed out. They've just been told that that's what it means to be in a startup. And if you understand the why behind what you're up to, you understand how you're creating a better thing for your users as well as for your investors, your stakeholders, then it makes it a lot easier to work an 80-hour week so you don't have to work a 40-hour week. And that's what entrepreneurship is all about. It's saying I'm going to work crazy hours, but they're my hours as opposed to 40 hours for somebody else. So I wouldn't say it's the worst job I've ever worked, but the most challenging job I ever had was selling life insurance. My first job out of college was selling life insurance. I was 22 years old. I was going in and meeting with executives and talking to them about what happens if they died. And that's an interesting conversation to have. But if you can sell life insurance, you can sell anything. And I learned a lot about the process, and it's something that has been, fortunately, I've been able to carry it with me from that early learning experience to now working, from there I went to sell private jets, which was pretty fun, to then selling a company to Facebook, and now we're on to working with social GPS and navigation.